let's speak some real truth here. Not everybody has the luxury to quit a job while starting a business. Some people have families to feed. Some people have a lot of bills to pay. And others just have obligations that don't allow them to do this. And if you feel like you're in this situation, then you don't have to think that you have to let your entrepreneurial dreams die. There are thousands of people in this world who have started a successful business while working a full-time job. It might not be easy, but it's possible, and I'm going to show you how. What's up guys, it's Kev the Builder from Let's Build a Site, and today I'm going to talk about how to start a business while working a 9-to-5. Now the first thing that you have to do is ask yourself why. Everybody wants to start a business, but before you take that plunge, you have to really dig deep down to find out, why do you want to do this? Are you driven by the sense of creativity and independence? Are you looking for more control of your career? Are you motivated by the challenge of building something from scratch? Do you want to make a huge difference in the world that you can't make at your corporate job? Do you want to be your own big time boss? All of these reasons are valid. Personally, I did this for the freedom to be able to create and do whatever I please. By trade, I'm a chemical engineer, but I threw it on the side to pursue my dream of running my agency. And if you can't define why, then trust me, you're going to have a big problem, because running a business comes with struggles. And when you're struggling or you're demotivated, it's that why that keeps you going. The second one is to overcome fear, one of the biggest problems of humans today. When you're starting a business, it's natural for you to feel fear. After all, you're probably making the biggest decision in your life. Sure, you're not getting married or you're having kids, but you're putting in your time and effort, your family, your friends, you're putting everything on the line, and that is scary, guys. However, fear doesn't have to be a negative thing, you know. Fear can be turned around and used as a positive force. This same fear can motivate you to prepare thoroughly and think really carefully about your business venture. For example, by taking the time to do your research and develop a solid plan, you can increase the chance of success while reducing the risk of failure. Additionally, it's very important for you to stay flexible and open-minded when it comes to running your business. 9 out of 10 times, things are not going to go your way. I can promise you that from the deep down in my heart. But all you got to do is be prepared to make adjustments along the way. If you can embrace the fear that comes with running a business, you're on your way to building a strong, stable business for yourself. Next, we have the plan. We all know that starting a business can be a very daunting task, but it is possible to achieve that daunting task by creating a plan and strategy for yourself. One of the most important aspects of a business is research. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to know who your market is, your competition, and the product or service you want to provide. So it is a must for you to research this stuff. Another key element is the finances. It is important for you to have a clear understanding of the costs associated with starting and running a business. So once you have the basic in place, now it's time for you to develop your marketing plan or strategy. Because hey, now we gotta know how we're gonna go out there and find people who want our product, who want our services. Because even if you have a great product or service, and if nobody is buying it, then it's nothing. And remember, set realistic goals for yourself. Don't expect to be a millionaire tomorrow. Don't expect to even be a thousandaire tomorrow. These are unrealistic goals. Now, this next one is not for everyone, but if you have the opportunity to do it, this one is a game changer. If possible, try to see if you can cut hours at your work without putting yourself in a position where you can't pay your bills or support your family. When I first started my business, I was working full-time for a few months. It wasn't much, just a few months, and I was working 40 hours, and I decided, hey, I have an opportunity to cut my hours to 32, and it was the best decision of my life. I was able to focus more, I was able to quit my job even faster, and most importantly, I was still able to support myself at home. At that point, I didn't have a lot to go splurge, you know, buy a nice bag, buy some nice clothing, but at that point it didn't matter because I had one goal in line, and that's to get this business up and running, quit that job, and let's start working on this dream. And you could do the same, but as mentioned before, not everybody has the capability to do it. Now the next one is to make and follow a schedule, guys. Very, very important. Starting a business is a big undertaking. Oh my goodness, and you can easily get overwhelmed by everything that's going on. But one way to stay on track and keep your business goals in sight is to create a tight schedule for yourself and stick to it. Now this might mean getting up an hour earlier to either work on your business plan, make some calls, send some emails, or staying up an hour later to work on that business, or even take lunch breaks to make sales calls, or whatever you have to do to get that business up and running. For a lot of you guys, this might also mean you might have to cut time on your weekends, partying, maybe drinking and all that stuff, because we only have 24 hours in a day, guys. So you have to make sure that you can take that 24 hours and make the best out of it. Now, I'm not saying you can't have a good time. Yes, you can. But all of it costs time at the end of the day. So you have to really set aside what is a priority for yourself. But I'm also here to tell you that it's also possible that you won't be able to always stick to your schedule. And that's okay. That's also part of the journey. You're going to learn on the way. Just try to stick to it as much as possible. And remember, even if you can devote a few hours a week to that business, that's fine. Just make sure that you are doing whatever possible that you can. The next one is word of mouth. Start telling people what you're doing. Because one thing that people like to do is talk, whether it's negative or positive. A lot of us think negativity is bad, but listen, as long as people are talking about you, it's okay. This will increase the chances for you to possibly get clients even faster. So start talking to family members. Start putting your stuff on social media. Maybe even go to local stores. Start opening that big mouth of yours. Start getting the word out. The local businesses might even be interested in your services or products. You never know. That's something I also take to heart. You never know what could happen unless you do it. The worst somebody can say is no. And that's okay. You're going to live. No is just 2 letters. It's 1 word. Finally, we're here, guys. Once you reach a point, you feel that you can pay for your bills, support your family, support yourself, you can quit the 9 to 5 because this is really essential for you to take your business to the next level. That business will never grow as much as you want it to unless you do it full time. And here we reach to that part of fear again, because that's another big step that you have to take. You might think, what if the business don't become anything? What if I fail? What if my wife leaves me? What if I don't have enough time to spend with my family? It's all fear, but trust me, take the leap. You never know what could happen. A lot of us take the leap and it always works itself out. There's no right or wrong answer. Do it when you feel like you are ready. That's all I got for today. It's Kev the Biller. If you want to learn more about business marketing, then subscribe to my page. Have a good one.